Coming to you from the biggest little city, the guys, Zach, Trevor, and Chuck, lock in to bring you your weekly fix of beer reviews, killer sports takes, sidebars, and all the fandom you can handle. Welcome to Balls&Brews.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody at home.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to 124.
Breakfast beer. Smells hoppy.
Because it is hoppy.
Oh, well, it's pretty.
But it's a nice kind of hop.
too.
It's
That's
a mellowed
smooth.
hop,
It
though.
is.
It was really smooth.
For a West Coast,
For an 8.5.
it's got a nice mouthfeel.
You get it. The mouth feels amazing. You get more of the hop, I think, at the end than anything.
This can's cool. Definitely check it out on X and Instagram. Our boys at New Belgium with the Voodoo line. Getting it done. Hop Dynasty IPA. IPA. I saw this fucking hilarious video, this short with this kid. He comes into his buddy. He's like, yo, was going to grab us some Coors Light, but I found these things. They're called IPAs, and they drink it almost liquors. And he's like, his buddy's like, you're not going to like that, dude. And he takes one sip, and he's like, bro, we got to stay on Coors Light. This tastes like fucking mosquito repellent.
Depending on what the first one you try after.
God.
Depending on what the first one you drink after that is.
IPAs.
It's probably tastes like
Oh,
that.
dude, no. Trying to get somebody into hops, like aggressive hop-forward beers, you either take to it or you don't like it.
Well, you shouldn't start with that. Have something mellow like this.
Even
though
this,
it's
I
8.5.
wouldn't even give this to a non-hop head to start.
Really?
No, I would go straight pale ales to begin with. You know,
No, yeah. No, I think Dead Guy's a good one.
I love me some Dead Guy. But rest in peace, Rogue, dude. They're getting the work. They're not going to be around. No moss.
Yeah. Sad.
Dude, I know.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is.
The beer industry is kind of
Moving. Well, it's moving at
collapsing.
lightning fucking speed. It's you either are successful or you get buried. It's because there's so much of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's making brew
Well,
now.
and the
It's like
younger
restaurants.
Yeah, the market is saturated.
the younger generation isn't drinking.
Correct. I saw that the alcohol industry as a
Alcohol
whole
sales.
went down multiple billions of dollars over
Josh-
the last couple of years.
Josh has talked about it a couple times where
Yeah.
he can see the difference of what people are drinking, like what's coming into the
Oh,
warehouse.
he absolutely can. What he stores and
ready
stocks,
to drinks are kind of like the thing still. Like it's still like people aren't like
That feels lazy.
new kids aren't drinking like booze.
Beer. They're not
or
drinking beer.
Well,
They're-
not really
right.
booze either. You're drinking
No,
like ready to drink.
Right.
You're
Anything, just crack a can.
not. Yeah, you're not going and buying like a nice bottle of whiskey
Vodka
or vodka
or whatever,
and doing
yeah.
your own
Mixing
thing.
your own shit.
Yeah, you're buying them already that are already made. But
It-
no, it's you see, because dude, I send these guys articles all the time about beer stuff, like top 30 beers, top all this. But then by clicking on those articles, I also get all the articles about brewery here is closed, brewery here is closed, brewery here is closed, and you're going, holy shit! And it's like all over the nation. It's not just West Coast, East Coast.
It's.
You get Oregon breweries, you get California. Anchor Steam closed like 6 years ago. That was like when it kind of
I wanna
first
say,
started.
yeah, right after
maybe
the
4
pandemic,
years ago.
four-ish, yeah. But still.
And then, you're just seeing and then you get New Belgium and you get Sierra Nevada that have these new lines like the
Well,
Voodoo
basically,
or the
you're
little-
gonna get the main domestics left, and then a conglomerate of what would be known as originally independents, but they're gonna have to come together to monopolize that part of the market because they're not the little man's not gonna make it anymore.
Yeah, you got and you're just hoping for in Reno and areas like that you're hoping that the community itself can keep your some of your smaller breweries open by doing events
in brewery.
doing events and doing stuff
Absolutely.
in-house, and maybe you make enough money outside, but it's really probably more of the community that's keeping it alive.
Yeah, I was going to say events are great, but even more than events, having a place that you can go, like Reno Tahoe, having that restaurant in town. That
Aleworks.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Aleworks. Yeah, like stuff like that you need.
Where you can go sit, I think and Lead Dog is one of our favorites. Them not having
Been a while
food.
since I've been there. I'm okay with that. I don't mind breweries not having
I
food.
know, but sometimes I think that hurts this.
helps.
I think it helps this newer generation.
'Cause
You're
I can
one spot
understand.
stop.
Yeah.
Because I met up with my pops on Thursday at Sleeve, and that place is the old firehouse under the underpass just over here. And it's just a at-homey environment, but for sure it's an older crowd. Absolutely. It's not really even vibrant for younger people, as it were.
Right.
Now, there are some young heads that do drink, obviously. But, like, if you were to go back to our era and talk to, younger kids or not younger kids, but, like, even if you were talking, let's be honest, 18 to 21, a lot of that demographic is drinking already. And that's not what's happening in the current generation.
I mean, look at, like,
B21.
I think it's actually pushing it back a little bit to that being closer to 21. I mean, our town, I feel like, is more of a drinking town since it's 24/7.
Right, Washoe, UNR, the whole shebang of being in.
So we don't even see it as drastic as I'm sure other places.
That's probably very true because ours is so accessible. You can flick a nickel and land on booze in this fucking town. Anything is true. Yeah, anything is very true.
But you talked about the old generation, like at Sleeve. Like, think about when you go to Kiel.
Sure.
How many times do you see kids,
23,
not kids,
24,
people in there around 23, 24,
right? Younger adults,
maybe here and there. Most of the time, it's like every local. Like when we were in Mexico, not this last time, but when me and Angelique went the year before, I had my Kiel hat on, and there were people from Sparks. They were like, "We love that bar." They were our age.
Yeah,
there's not like it's just kind of like bars. In
Talk
Reno
about a small world there. I love that.
Not going to know how to pronounce
and I knew more people that they knew too.
Sure,
like, it was this weird
wow.
But like in Reno, you're not having the kids aren't bar hopping like they used to, and then like you see places like Kiel and like you said Sleeve, where I bet the people at Sleeve probably are almost not regulars, but pretty close to regulars.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Not to where they're every day, but it's more than
weekly.
Correct,
for sure. Couple of times a week kind of thing. To come in for the after shifter and blah blah blah. That's a lot of old heads. A lot of old heads used to burn off steam with alcohol, and that's just kind of their routine, right? And the generations with us and below are choosing other things to do with our after work time, or now we have different schedules and work to begin with. Like there's remote and all this different shit. So the standard 9 to 5 go get a brewski afterwards. It's going to hurt that market. But shout out to you, Sleeve. Had a really good coconut porter and a really tasty holiday saison. That was
nice.
Yeah, cranberry and spice. Well, yeah. So it had that traditional saison flavor, but it was dark, so it finished smooth rather than like hoppy or like aggressive.
So you said spice.
Yes, like a holiday spice.
Right? Is it like that? Okay, so Voodoo. I've had a baddie beer from you.
That is true. The Atomic Pumpkin IPA was bad.
Kylie was crushing them last night. She liked it.
I know.
I could not do the spice.
I went out there with her to go shopping, and she's like, "Oh, give me the pumpkin beer." And I was like, "I don't think you want that." And she's like, "I want that." And I was like,
"Some people like that pumpkin flavor."
Not only that, I'm okay with that.
There's a weird spice to it.
It has a chili flavor at the back end.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. The chili flavor is a bit
throws me off. It's like cinnamon pumpkin chili.
And
the cinnamon makes sense.
I had a hard time. I had a hard time getting through it.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Weird combination.
And it's not, and I'm not necessarily even a pumpkin guy too. I don't really I'll drink the pumpkin beers here.
Right.
I don't order pumpkin beer. But yeah, I just was like, I tried it and I was like, oh.
No thanks.
Oh God. Does anybody want this?
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't grab one.
I don't think I've had that one, so
I don't know.
I haven't had a bad.
I think you can miss it.
I don't think we're bringing it on pod, but
no, that one would be not something I would put my money towards. Not never.
Any Trev, you drinking anything new?
No. I had some margaritas at Chili's.
Hey.
Had some regulars at the Fox. Nothing new.
Yeah, same here. I'll get into some of the stuff I had and Fandom.
I did bring over this. So shopping for the pod yesterday, I snagged this really fucking well balanced imperial stout with vanilla, cocoa nibs, and coffee, and it was phenomenal. It was smooth and silky. It was wonderful, and it was a bomber that I brought over for the game yesterday because I was like, "Hey, when's the last time the Bears been in the playoffs? Congratulations!" And that game was fucking knockers, dude. We'll get into that later too, but that I want to give a shout out to Equilibrium. They're out of New York, and what was weird is I couldn't find the ABV, but it had to be somewhere around the 11 mark. Is what I would say.
Okay.
God damn.
Didn't drink like it though.
Good. Let's get into another knocker of a game.
Knocker.
Miami versus Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl.
What a fun game that was.
31-27. 7 lead changes.
6 or 7.
4 lead, 5 lead changes in the last 7 minutes.
Fourth, yeah.
It's one of the probably that goes down as one of the great. If ESPN Classical was still a thing, it'd have been playing the next day.
It's going in the library for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest college football games probably that have happened with the lead changes throughout the whole game. And dude, it was intense. It was an intense game. But a couple things that I noticed while I was at the game and just looking at it again. Time of possession, boys. Miami had the ball for 41 minutes and 22 seconds. Ole Miss had the ball for 18 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah, that was a part of the game.
You don't win a lot of games like that.
Dude,
and the fact that it was super competitive. Yeah, exactly.
Trev, while you got the stats up while we're talking time possession, what was the running stats for Fletch? That dude, number 4, that dude's a monster.
Beast.
Averaging 6 a carry, 22 carries at 133. Broke off a 19 for the long, but no rushing touchdown. Did he have a receiving one? No, he didn't have one either.
I know. Close the info.
Yeah, and then Brown had a nice little game too, backing him up, didn't he?
Yeah, he got the touchdown on the ground.
Yeah,
he got 50 on the ground, but only 3.9 average.
Penalties, Miami goes 10 for 74. Third down conversions. This is another huge stat. You're not winning a game like this. 11 for 19 for Miami. 2 for 10 for Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Dude, you do not win games.
Yeah, you don't.
Well, that's another relation to the time of possession as well, is you can't convert.
Can't stay on the field.
That's what that means, absolutely. You're not running the ball. Your third downs or drops or incompletions.
They're so fast anyway, right?
Right.
Like when they do get it, boom, they're on the line. Moving the next play, boom. So you're not really going to have a huge time possession, but you're not holding on to the ball for longer.
How do you feel about that style of play? I know you like it in a video game, but how do you feel in real life?
I think it's smart. If your team is in shape and you can roll, because technically you shouldn't. If you can roll like that, then don't make substitutions.
Yeah,
you run with a 3 receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back set, and you rotate how you line up. Boom, you're up to the line, and you're not switching like this. Like if this receiver's on this side, when on the next play, if he runs this way, he comes back to this side. That's play calling. That's like, boom, knowing what I'm calling next. Boom, here I'm going to go here. We're on the line. We're going here. Defensive line can't switch. Linebackers can't switch. You're just tiring these guys out. Like, and if you're in shape on offense, because you know that's what you're going to do. Like, if you're in shape, why not just try to, if you're boom, 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 just keep it going. And then they have no way to get set up. You can't rotate anybody out. If they try to rotate somebody, quick snap, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, no, that's the best way to run a hurry up.
Yeah, but you have
the team to do it.
If you have the team to do it and if you're rolling. I think it's fine in college. I kind of wonder in the pros why sometimes you don't see it more because of how many times defensive linemen switch out. Like, why not try to capture, like, getting these guys tired? Like, if you can just keep it going for a little bit, you don't have to do it every drive. But if you get going, why not just, boom, I'm on the line, I'm already on my next play. Boom, I'm on the line on the next play. You know, even if it's only a 5-yard play, like, defense linemen still have to get back up, get in the position. If you're got, like, you know, you could move your tight end around. If they don't have the right setup on the first play, then they're not going to have the right setup on any play because you're not going to be able to rotate anybody out.
Heels, man.
Right. So I like it, but but it does suck if you can't convert because look at what happens. 18-10 to 43, and your yardage, Miami out-yarded them, but not by a ton. 459 to 398, so like 60 yards. That's not a ton of yards to out-yard somebody, but time possession-wise, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, the stat that sticks out that's a little bit counter to the time of possession is Lacey. For the Ole Miss, he had 103 on the ground at 9.4 average.
But what was his long?
His long was 73. That's
why it was
high.
It was that one run. Boom, he was gone. And then he didn't really run the ball much.
They didn't give it to him.
They didn't give it to him, though. They got 11 carries is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Because you're not sustaining first downs and drives. No, you can't run when you can't stay on the field.
He's getting tackled in the backfield. Okay, now we're at 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 11. Now we throw it the next 2 downs. Okay, now we're done.
He did get banged up a little bit, too.
He was hurt coming into the game, I think.
Yeah, coming back in the game. I think that was kind of the difference in this game, though, too, because if you could have kept him on the field and you could have given him more opportunities, this game could have been different for Ole Miss.
Well, I also think Miami drops 4 picks. Drops 4 picks.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
2 of them could have been pick sixes, and the other 2, the one guy has it like right here and turns to look upfield and drops it, and then the other one they're doing the baddie ball. They were batting it around.
6-7.
Yeah, 6-7. They were doing the 6-7 moves. But what's your guys' thoughts? Charlie, start with you. What's your final thought on this game and everything?
I think that Miami handled business when they needed to, and I think that they played a completely different brand of football than Ole Miss did. They played far more of a pro style, slow it down, change the formation, and Trinidad Chambliss is the truth. I think that somebody should take a chance on him. It's crazy to think he'll probably only be like a third rounder, maybe fourth rounder because of his size kind of thing. But I think that kid can mature into a potential really good prospect.
Yeah, because while we're on,
decision been made on him?
No go.
So he's gone.
So he's got to go out.
Ole Miss is going to appeal it one more time. Ole Miss can appeal it one more time. I don't know necessarily what that does.
Right.
But
Strings
so
it
it's
along,
not.
I
He's
guess?
not quite out, but he's more than
Sounds like
75% to 80% out.
Closer to the door. Yeah. My take on this game is like Ole Miss was exciting. I felt that they should have won last week against Georgia. This week, it feels like the right team won. Miami looked to be the better team throughout the game, even though the score was close. I think they deserve to be there.
What is your guys' thoughts on Lane Kiffin, like the coaches that weren't there because they were at what's your whole thought process on that? Like BS. Oh, that's
Total
what comes with
BS.
territory, or
No, I think as a head coach, fine, you get to. I mean, it's the squeeze. He says if you want to be on my staff, you got to transfer with me now, kind of thing, right? Is what he's doing, but they don't make anywhere near as much money, nor are they guaranteed anything either. Like, I don't know if I like that move from him. I think that's I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah, no, it doesn't paint him in the best light for sure.
definitely not. Definitely not.
I like him being. I mean, I think it's good for LSU him being part of that staff. I think he can get that team rolling again. But on the way that it happened is just it's a bit ugly.
I still don't get it.
I just don't like fucking Lane Kiffin. I think he's out for himself and himself only, and he always has been.
I just don't get why you leave.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing though. If you were the coach here, you're so
already
close.
But you're already in the SEC. You built this up. They would have put if you would have stayed, they would have put a statue
to
out
get
front.
to the national semifinals. They were a couple of plays away from a national
Right, and if
championship
he stays and comes
appearance.
back and you keep rolling,
I agree.
they're gonna put they
know.
would have put a Lane Kiffin statue out front of Oxford.
Now you're going to LSU, where it's okay to have high expectations, but they're not going to have patience. They're not going to let you try to build a Lane Kiffin program. If you don't build an LSU program, you're just going to be gone too.
Yeah, No, I don't know. I still don't get it. It blows my mind. We saw a lot of FU Lane Kiffin shirts at the game. That was pretty funny.
Sure.
That was pretty funny. Next game, Friday night, Oregon versus Indiana. Indiana basically just slapped Oregon around 56-22.
Sanguinetti might get a statue.
Turnovers. Signetti's a hell of a coach, dude. Turnovers just haunt Oregon, and Indiana just dominated on all three sides of the ball.
And what's crazy about this team is they're gonna, let's say they crush Miami, or if they win this national title next year, they will be so different. Their graduating class moves. They're super senior laden in a situation in a tournament that doesn't always happen because you have transfers out and everything. They built that one from the ground. That's the last homegrown team you're going to see from Indiana because they have so many older 5 and 6 year guys that are going to be graduating, and next year they're going to be hurting. Signetti's going to have a better recruiting class than he would have in previous Indiana iterations, but you're still going to have to go against Ohio State and Michigan.
I think they're fine. I think they've done enough transfer portal wise. They'll end up getting a top
think they got
quarterback.
enough juice?
They'll get a top
They're gonna
quarterback.
need to,
Signetti's got it.
There's still some quarterbacks sitting out there like Levitt.
He's probably going to go to Miami, I'm guessing.
Miami?
Johnny was saying he was on campus.
LSU?
Yeah.
Sorsby went to Sorsby went to Texas Tech.
Yeah, saw that.
Did Hoover, the kid from TCU, did he sign with Indiana? DJ Lagway signed with Baylor. The kid that went from
that's a weird move.
Well, maybe he likes the coaching staff. Maybe he likes the offense they run. I don't really pay much attention to Baylor.
I understand,
but
but I don't know why you'd go from the SEC to
easier conference. The other kid, Mitch Chester that left from Texas State, he went with his coach to Oklahoma State.
That doesn't make a difference.
Hoover did go to Indiana.
Yeah. See that?
Okay, so
Boom.
there's your replacement.
So
for
and
Mendoza.
he was right there in the talks all year as one of the better quarterbacks too. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Fernando goes 17 for 20 with 5
Jesus,
touchdowns.
man.
No, and where's Fernando gonna go after?
Fuck, he better.
I think he submitted it though, or cemented it.
I don't know how you. I don't know how he could.
Oh yeah, I 1v2 in the prospect, and he absolutely dominated.
Dude, his yeah.
There's the difference right there. Like more
Size.
has that growth. Maybe he has more growth, but he's not the better quarterback.
No, not right now, and not in the next
Brother,
3-4 years.
You can't teach 6'5". You can't teach that. You either are or you aren't.
Well, and then he ran in the last game. He had yards on the ground.
And awareness though as well to get down, get out of bounds. He's not taking, even though he's a big dude, he's not taking big shots. That's a good thing.
His football IQ is off the fucking charts.
I think his IQ in general. I think he's a smart motherfucker.
He went to Yale. Cal. He got a chance to go to Yale.
Yeah,
and wanted to go play football.
Yeah.
And went somewhere else, and then went to Cal.
So he's a smart motherfucker. Cal Berkeley is basically like secondary Ivy League, dude.
And you brought it up before about quarterbacks you trust more having spent that time in college.
Yes.
Why not?
This is Moore's only season as a starter.
Can we not look? Well, he started like 5 games for UCLA, but
a full-time starter.
Can we not look at like the Bo Nix and some of these other guys that have all these start and what happens? Purdy starts.
The more ball you see, the more you're able to take in at a quicker rate, even though it gets
that
faster.
Position.
Learn more.
No, that one
more experience.
The quarterback position is the hardest position in football to play because of how quick everything has to happen.
Correct.
Yes. It's because of how quick everything has to happen. I'm not saying that like there aren't other things that happen super quick in sports, but the way that a quarterback has to dissect every play every time within milliseconds of each other is nuts, dude. You have 5 receivers out there and you got to be out of your read within 2 seconds on all of 5 of those guys.
And that's what Mendoza does show, though. His processing is NFL level. The guys that don't have the processing, they get out of the NFL right away.
And Anthony Richardson,
and you know he's studying. He's up. They talk about like the field house lights on. They're like, who in the fuck's in there? Somebody left the light on. They go in there at 11 p.m. and he's still in there putting in work. Like he's the dude. He likes the process just as much as like throwing the rock around. And that's when you know that you're a stud.
You got a guy.
Because if you like the process, that means he's just going to be in the books. He's just going to be in the room.
It's going to be easy to root for.
Fuck yeah, he is. Fuck yeah, he is.
Go to a fucking shit franchise with a bunch of shit ownership and everybody.
We'll find out what happens.
He's going to turn coaches. 1-5 goes 1-15 for 16 games.
He's the start of turning around, I hope. That's all I can hope.
Between him, Genty, Brock Bowers, that's a nice 1-2-3 of young talent right there.
And dude, I have nothing good to say about the coaching staff, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
You need to work on that offensive line too.
I don't know.
Because you don't know.
If Jackson Powers Johnson finishes the year with Antonio Pierce as an rookie All-Pro center, and then Pete Carroll doesn't play him at center, and there's beef about it all year between why isn't he playing, and you have every insider going, why isn't he playing center? Dude, I have what Brendan Carroll did for the offensive line. I've read so many things now that the offensive line was going to Genty and Smith and talking to them about blocking and how they wanted to block because Brendan Carroll was working with nothing. They were like sprinted through their like workout or stuff, wasn't working on anything. I have heard nothing good come out about the way that Pete Carroll handled this team and the way he picked his staff and all of it.
Fucking 3-14 reflects that, dude.
It's been nothing good on. So I don't know. I think that Jackson Powers, yes, you can use offensive line in the draft. Jackson Powers Johnson should have been playing center. Meredith shouldn't have been playing there. I don't know what they were doing.
Okay, all right,
as
move
a coach
forward.
Sorry, yes. So I think we're
got a little hung up there, but all right.
So let's preview Miami, Indiana.
Oh,
next Monday.
Oh yeah. Do we want to? We should talk a little bit more about Oregon, Indiana.
Yeah, we can.
I don't know. It was a thwamping.
Yeah,
it just like
Oregon just. Once they turn the ball over,
Shat Doss bed. Yeah, give me Moore's overall stats.
I mean, I think Indiana deserves a little bit more love. I mean, Surratt with the 2 catching touchdowns that he had, he was having a game.
We could take him in the 2nd or 3rd round. Maybe. I don't know, he's probably a 2nd round receiver.
Black at running back is doing great for him too.
He runs hard, man.
Dude,
yes. He reminds me of Pacheco. When Pacheco's
running angry at the world, just trying to stir out everything.
Yep.
And then, more on the other side, we talked about the pick 6 and how that kind of started.
Flip the mo.
Yeah, how they kind of lost everything out of the gate with that, it felt like. And then he had 2 fumbles too.
Two fumbles. One on a sack and one where he
So
went to
where was
throw
that
it.
Oregon defense that donutted fucking Texas Tech?
Texas
huh?
Tech's offense came out and donutted. I think
Themselves?
Yes.
You don't
It was
think it
more
was so
them
much
than
on
Oregon.
I expected like Texas Tech to be offense to do more like what
They
Indiana's
were top
offense
5
was doing.
in yards and points and didn't got big old goose egg.
I know they got Indiana good field position multiple times, but it still was just like, oh, here's a tutty. Here's a tutty. Oh, let me just back shoulder throw
Sometimes you
this.
just watch games and you're like, that other team's better, dude.
Yeah,
On today's date, anyway.
I mean, when Mendoza has more touchdowns than incompletions, I mean,
Dude, 17 for 20. And it's not like he's dinking dunking. He's back shouldering dudes. That throw he had at the touchdown, the number 80, was it the second or third? The second touchdown, maybe it's third touchdown?
oh yeah,
That catcher, he threw it in the only spot that Becker was going to catch it. Like, that's what I'm talking about, man.
That
Watching
throw-
him play
yeah,
quarterback
I understand.
is...
That throw against Penn State, dude. The
Two of them.
receiver, to be able to, like, he's falling forward with his foot behind, like.
Well, you watch him,
so
like, look, you
fucking
see him
impressive.
catch it, and then literally look down to see where he's going to
How crazy is that? That's a second play. We see it in super slow mo. That's like a second in real time.
Yeah.
That's all processing. Fucking bonkers, dude. I love football.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's preview Miami versus Indiana.
Let's get it.
I think that it's going to be closer than Oregon, Indiana, because I think that Miami's defensive line is better than Oregon's defensive line.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Um,
without a shadow of doubt.
I don't know. I still think Indiana gets the win. I do think that Indiana's offensive line will finally start getting some push, and they will move the ball. Defensively, Indiana, I think, is going to get after Beck and that offense. And if they can stop Fletcher, then that team is going to be in trouble.
Agreed. No, that's where it starts for Miami.
Dude, then they should run the ball a lot.
Even if it's not working through the first half, you got to feed Fletcher. You got to tell Indiana you're going to respect our running game.
Seeing Beck live just more emphasizes how I feel about Beck.
Yeah, it didn't change your opinion.
Even though he won, it didn't give you any more juice in the right direction.
He still misses a lot of fucking throws that are like,
He sails shit over the middle way too much.
dude, and it's all like,
His touch is
you
not
gotta.
there. He can laser a ball.
He had a couple dudes where he had zero open a couple times in the third quarter, missed him, and then he had a couple dudes over the middle in the second quarter, and just fucking.
He can throw a really good in-cut route or like a slant. Like, he's got a good arm, but he's got no finesse. His wheel routes and his touch routes, his swing passes and shit like that. Those, it's like, why can't you do this, bro? Like, this is the part of quarterbacking that should be easier.
It is cool to see him kind of come back from like kind of getting kicked from Georgia after
Not kind of. He absolutely did.
and then
It's great
and then
redemption.
great redemption story for him. But he doesn't. I mean, I still think he's a third round quarterback. You know, but
He don't care. He competing for a natty title and swept up a shitload of money this year, dude. Carson Beck had one of the best comebacks in all of sports, period. He would be the comeback player of the year if you really fucking think about it.
Trev?
Man, I'm happy for Johnny. You could say Miami is back because they're in the national championship.
Yeah, they sure are.
They haven't been here in a long
And
time.
they fought through as a 10 seed. The
25
last
years?
Yeah, and
the
they
last
were-
fucking seed at bid.
They really
large,
showed out
or at
these
large bid.
playoffs.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
But I feel like Indiana's not only the better story, but the better team.
Complete. They're too complete.
And they have the Heisman.
Miami has to have
quarterback.
things
Run the
go.
table.
Miami has to have things go correctly for them to win. IU can win dirty. They can grind it out in a low scoring game. They can
Indiana
fucking
has,
blow you
I feel
out
like,
in a
make
boat
mistake.
race.
They have to turn the ball over.
They have to shoot their
for
own foot
Miami to be in this game.
That being
to the
said,
end.
I've doubted.
That
I have
can
doubted
happen.
Miami this entire fucking playoff. So I mean,
I thought
could eat crow.
I thought they'd beat Ole Miss.
I could very much eat crow.
I thought they'd beat Ole Miss. Ohio State.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, they did that though already. So they got that under their belt. It's not to say they can't. Okay.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna
their
be,
road has been impressive.
They can still do it. They're being at home. We'll see what happens. Mesidor did get hurt in that game. I don't know his injury status.
It didn't seem like it was serious from what
because
I
when
heard.
he came running off, it looked like his shoulder wasn't like he was holding that arm kind of
are we pouring?
still.
Where you at?
Yeah, I meant to. You can
Yeah.
just throw me some at the end.
I feel you.
But so that's a big thing for them because they're in the 99. He kind of rolled his ankle. He was in and out. They need their defensive line like super healthy going into this game.
But I mean, you beat
You beat
Ohio State for the
Yeah,
for the Big Ten. You beat Alabama. You beat Oregon again. Is the only team that's beat Oregon this year, and now you get Miami. Like, this is impressive. This is so impressive.
You beat Oregon twice.
Yeah.
At their house, and in a neutral site, dude. That's hard to do. It's not like you got them. It's hard to beat a team twice anyways, and for you to beat a top 10 team twice. Look at Georgia fucking smoked Bama the second time they played them. Bama beat them the first time, dude. It's a hard.
Georgia gave them the fucking work, dude.
Yeah,
it wasn't even a game.
It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat a team twice. Charlie, what's your thoughts on this game?
IU wins. Mendoza closes out the dream season, the Triple Crown. He's gonna Heisman Natty first overall. Like, yeah, there you go. Rest in there. There you go. And yeah,
I think y'all have a problem with this one.
I think Miami can absolutely stay competitive. I'm truly hoping not for a blowout. In fact, just for the Ferendorf's love and respect, I would appreciate seeing Miami win this one. I really have no skin in this game personally, right?
I guess I don't really either, but except for my Fernando
Mendoza. Sure. As a take, IU for the win. I have to go that way.
Well, and then when I go that way, somebody will be wearing a hat. So I'll figure out what hat that is in the future.
Yeah, Trev, definitely.
We have another pod bet that we'll be revealing after in the second segment too. So
yeah,
we got lots of hat bets.
So we got a lot of shit talking to be had.
A lot of hat bets finalizing. Last week, let's cheers. Let's cheers to Miami and Indiana on this because two teams.
Well, it's been a great playoff outside of the first round.
Two teams that, if I would have told you Miami and Indiana were going to be in the national championship games, you guys would have told me bullshit and kicked me in the nuts, right?
At the beginning of the season, Miami I could have believed. Indiana not so much, even though they were rated pretty like top 10-ish coming into the year.
I think I'd have a hard time buying both.
I think I would have had a hard time buying both.
But learning about both of these teams and what they've built at this point,
it's been a fun season, dude.
Yeah.
So cheers Indiana, Miami.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. What are we sipping on, Charlie?
Boomstick Blonde Ale. Forged in the desert, cold as ice. Vegas made beer zombies out of LV.
It's a cool ass can.
It's a Golden Knight reference for sure.
Got the guy's got his brain like a puck in his head.
The whole fucking can is gold as shit. Yeah.
Gold and black.
Dude, we've had 3 zombie beers now from that brewery. They are fucking pretty goddamn good.
The Duck Hunter, which is the IPA.
This, and then we had that
the slushy sour that you drank a lot of.
I've drinking a ton of them. I like them.
You're the kind of fool who, when you find something that you like, you beat it into the dirt. You buy that shit repetitively.
If I'd have been feeling better yesterday, I probably would have had some at the house.
I know, yeah. We got to get Downey back on the 100% train.
But no, this is good. The zombie beers have all been good. I think their whole label or all their cans have been sick too.
Drink's very light. It's a straightforward blonde ale.
Straightforward blonde ale.
Yeah, I catch a no can. Love it. Beer's good.
Beer's good.
Beer's good.
So last week we talked about Black Monday where coaches get canned.
Sure did.
Okay, so we already had the Giants and the Titans were already fired. Falcons fired their coach. Like I said, they're going to
immediately. They did it literally like Sunday afternoon. Night. Yeah, they were just like.
Cardinals jumped Jonathan Gannon. I thought he was going to stay. You guys, I can't remember what everybody said.
I don't like that move. I think he was the coach.
I felt like he was going to get fired, but Kyler Murray should have been just because of the circumstances of everything there.
Browns dumped Stefanski.
Bad move.
Also, just real quick, I feel like the Cardinals are going to probably have like whatever's left. They're not going to get their choice of coach. Like,
let's get into it in a sec. Okay. Browns fire Stefanski. Raiders fire Pete Carroll. Obviously.
Wait, why? He was building something down there.
The Dolphins fire.
Trusting Pete.
Yeah, no. The Dolphins don't. I can't do it. The Dolphins fire Mike McDaniel on Wednesday.
After the Harbaugh news, which is something that
then Harbaugh, like that, dude. That's why we had that conversation.
Wednesday was crazy.
We literally had that conversation on pod about whoever lost was going to get fired. We had brought it up. We talked
Rivers,
it, and
Baltimore.
it
Yeah,
literally
because
happened.
there was smoke around both of those teams letting go. You get to a point in your tenure where if you haven't shown another resurgence, then they just get bored and over you. The fan base is just like, boo, like we need more. Like,
well, there was beef that like he didn't fire Munkin, and they wanted Munkin fired. He wouldn't fire Munkin.
Well, if there is okay, well the GM or the ownership will always win out over the head coach.
There was rumors that maybe him and Lamar were kind of on the outs
because they didn't fire the GM; they just fired Harbaugh. Right? Yeah. So
well, and I don't link this team. People were saying this is one of the best Ravens teams on paper. I kept looking at it and going, dude, your back end is old as dirt, and so as we're sitting here talking, who's out of those 8? Who do you think is the best job? Who do you think is the worst job? What are you guys seeing?
You have a 2-time MVP in front of your face right there in Baltimore. Like, that has to be the best job. Now,
just look at the quarterback.
It's tricky because you're going into a potential division of, Joe Burrow and Pittsburgh for some reason just always seems to play well. The Browns suck. And so I would take the Ravens job first.
I think the Ravens look good up front, but I don't think that roster is very good. And how much money do you have? How much money's been spent? I'd have to know that too, because how much money? Because the Raiders, I know the Raiders' job isn't enticing. You have $100 million open in cap.
Well, and you have the first. No, the Raiders' job is very much into Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers. You have pieces that are super young. No, that is a very enticing job. I would say that's number 2.
I think the Titans
or Miami's.
No, I think Ravens maybe number 1. I just don't. That defense is so old. Like, how much are you going to have to rebuild that roster? Like, that roster was not good this year.
But I feel like
you have to.
But that's one of those teams that is just like, since they've been there, though, they're just like a pillar of consistency.
Right.
I think they're going to a great organization.
I think they're the easy number 1, not just because you have Lamar,
but
the ownership.
Dog shit. There's just never dog shit going on.
You got the quarterback. That's 2 of the 3 things you need to be successful. The other thing is your head coach. So you make the right hire, it'll work out.
I think the Titans are the worst.
That roster, you want to talk about they're just confused. They have no direction.
Yeah.
They have Cam Ward, which is great, but
and the kid Eric Amamore, the receiver.
A.O. Manor.
There's some interesting young pieces to that team, but it's a mess.
Not a good offensive line. Jeffrey Simmons, you should have moved off of him this year and gotten assets. You should have done what the Cowboys, or not the Cowboys, but the Jets did, and just accept where you're at and fucking get what you can to move forward. They tried the Seahawks 2.0 before it happened in Las Vegas. They went with Jamal Adams and Tyler Lockett and all of these fucking old heads that it's like, you guys, the reasons why they're not starting in other franchises is for a very specific reason.
I mean, I see both sides. You want that veteran leadership and
Jamal Adams ain't the fucking dude, okay?
No, I'm not gonna say
Tyler
that.
Lockett is. Tyler Lockett is a long time homie, okay?
I'm talking more him.
Yeah, that guy is gonna toe drag swag, baby.
He'll make the occasional play. He'll be good in the locker room.
He's not fast, but he's a great route runner.
I even think that the Falcons.
I hate that he wore 17. I hated that fucking number on him in Las Vegas. I don't know why. I just hated it.
I think that the Falcons and Giants are more
than 16. Sorry.
I think the Falcons and Giants are more enticing than the Dolphins. I think the Falcons.
Javon Achan just gives me that juice, man. Yeah, I know that you got Bijan in Atlanta.
That money you're gonna have to eat with Tua.
Yeah, the Tua money is just not enticing. He's not a good quarterback.
I think somebody's gonna try to say I can fix him thing. I really
think you can.
I think the next guy that they hire is going to say, what can you do with Tua? That is going to be the main interview question coming. They're not, because of the money hit and because they don't have a high draft pick or anything like that to maneuver for a fucking top prospect. They're going to stay with Tua. So they're going to bring in a coach that is going to say, yes, I will take on Tua. I promise you, I'm putting that on wax right now.
I mean,
I would be more on the side if we were talking that way. Then my thing would be more on the side that they Russell Wilson him.
They're not gonna. He's too young. He's too young.
He was saying
Tua is not an
NFL
quarterback. Yeah, Tua's not an NFL starting quarterback.
But yeah, that's
Russell Wilson was also 34 when they did that. Tua is only like 26, 27.
I don't think he's a starting quarterback.
I know you don't. But there is some coach out there that will interview that is going to move forward with Tua, and I am telling you
that makes that the worst job in this thing. Then
for you,
I think for everybody. Well, you have your roster. Your roster's not great. I mean,
worse than Arizona.
I think Arizona has a better roster than
ownership.
I love me some Trey McBride. Dude.
I think Arizona's roster is better than the.
But you have the Kyler Murray fucking.
I think he's the same
situation.
I'd dump his ass too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you have
the Broncos have showed you the way.
This is the way.
They did it.
That's only if you're like, the Broncos.
They also had a top 10 pick in the next draft that they got boned.
Better ownership.
Right. That's why that's the only reason the Browns.
Well, they have the Waltons who literally fart money, dude.
That's the only reason the Browns aren't higher on my list is because the owner. Yeah,
God,
you should be
Myles Garrett, you should be salivating
your
to go coach that guy.
Your defense is already set.
Elite. They have good pieces at every level. Not elite, but upper tier.
Well, I don't know if your offense was better. If your offense was better, you would be elite because you wouldn't be on the field for so long.
That's fair.
You literally can. The Jets and Browns, in the next 2 years, are literally at a point to where if you're a Browns or Jets fan, like me as a Raider fan,
dude,
if you fuck these next two drafts up, you should just change stuff. Because this is it. The Browns and Jets are set.
Even when the Jets were good, they were bad, right? Like, I just feel that.
I mean, the only Jets team that's been interesting to me has been the Rex Ryan ones, or maybe Chad Pennington with.
No, I know
with
Curtis Martin. And I loved that.
Herm Edwards.
Yeah. You play better to win the game.
Yeah, but right now, Jets haven't. Since Rex is gone, the Jets have not been good.
Rexy.
But ownership with the Jets, the Browns,
the Raiders,
Cardinals,
bad.
The Raiders.
Yes, the Raiders. But at least the Raiders, I think, have more hope than those other three teams I just listed.
And I just also think that roster is right there. You get that, coach? And
right there, I wouldn't say right there.
I think it was right there before. Like, Jacoby Myers was a huge loss. I think you still need a little bit of receiver help. I think the coaching was so bad last year, I cannot look at the roster and evaluate the roster. I really feel that the coaching.
You're wrong
because then
they buried that team.
You Pete Carroll and Patrick Graham.
You
find out we're button heads the whole year because Patrick Graham's defense wasn't the same as what Pete wanted to run. Then why in the fuck did you hire him?
Sure, 1,000,000%. No, we're not ranting.
Yeah,
because next year it ain't gonna matter. You're gonna be brand new.
Yeah, Fernando. We did talk to my number one pick. Clint Kubiak yesterday.
Oh, okay. Do you know who else that you've
met with already?
You were able to talk to him already, huh? We gave permission to do so?
He's been interviewing with a bunch of people.
Good.
Kevin Stefanski.
McDonald, I love that then. Let your boy figure it out.
Which I don't. You guys know how I feel about him. We requested Harbaugh. Obviously, we haven't talked to him. The Vance Joseph talking is just to fill. It's only to fill the Rooney rule. It's only to fill the Rooney rule.
I hate that.
But that's what
you got to do. I'm not saying I understand why the Raiders are doing it.
It's for every team.
It is.
Vance Joseph, the only reason he's interviewing for anywhere is to fill the Rooney rule. Nobody's going to hire Vance Joseph. I guarantee it. The only team that's going to hire Vance Joseph is if the Cardinals or Dolphins
with all these openings. Yeah, no, I think one of those teams is going to grab him. The team that doesn't have that many options.
I agree.
Somebody's going to get stuck in it.
You look at that defense and you can at least hope for that.
I think Raheem Morris gets a job again.
As a D coordinator,
I bet that there's a chance that if he gets he's over Vance Joseph. I bet.
Really?
I bet. I bet people.
I would agree with that.
I bet people love him. Robert Saleh, Minter, the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, those two are definitely getting jobs. It's where.
Yeah, it's where Harbaugh's going to get a job. So that's obvious. 3. I bet unless Kubiak doesn't leave.
How crazy is that? Then how stupid do you feel as a franchise? You fired a guy that everybody else sits there and looks at him and says, "I would like to have him on my staff."
It's going to be the Vrabel and Titans, or is it like the right move? Because we don't know. Like, if your quarterback and head coach,
it's going to be all the Titans and Vrabel. What a stupid! It could be. Look at them now. Yep. Look at them now.
Say the same thing about Andy Reid. I mean,
yeah,
Philly went through some dark times.
It worked out for Philly.
I bet Mike
in the long run.
I bet Mike McCarthy gets a job again.
He could. I'm sure he's going to get a lot of interviews, a lot of looks.
I heard Antonio Pierce was also
interviewing with the Giants. That's a mistake.
I saw that he put his hat in the ringer. Yeah, I agree.
Mistake.
Matt Ryan gets president of
the Falcons. Good drop.
Operations.
Good drop.
Yeah. Since we're talking all
there is a weird. Okay, so we talked earlier about Matt LaFleur getting fired.
Sure,
he could be.
There could be a pink slip in his inbox.
How that ended so bad.
The year that the Falcons went to the Super Bowl, Kyle Shanahan was offense coordinator.
Right.
Who was Matt Ryan's quarterback coach?
Was it
Matt LaFleur.
Out to the Falcons?
He'd definitely be an interview there if he wanted to go there. That situation is
He
tough,
would be
though.
able to upgrade Penix, I think.
Dude, your
You
offensive
worry
line
about his health, though.
Your offensive
Sure,
line's like set.
1,000,000%.
Your Drake London wasn't healthy. You have one of the best backs. in the
Kirko
league.
Chains came in and made a difference. He
your-
went on a 5-game winning
your
streak
defense
in that season.
constructed his contract so they could move off
Yes.
of him.
The defense has been
Because he probably wants somewhere he can compete for a starting position.
the
I don't
defense
blame him.
was better than it's been in years. You had
Yes.
more sacks. Than
Hey,
you had in
Pierce
years.
played off. That swing for the second pass rusher paid off for them as far as numbers.
Correct.
Like,
It's just like
Pierce had 10 sacks.
yeah,
yes,
exactly.
and the
That's what I'm
Falcons
saying.
ended up winning. So now it's like the 15th pick, it's not instead of the 9th pick where it was.
Yeah,
So
that's
that-
very
so-
true
so
too.
It looks
Thank
very
goodness for that.
very different that you took Pierce for a 15 pick than
Yeah,
Pierce the 9th
if
pick.
the Rams would have had a top fucking 7 pick or some shit from that, it would have been insane.
Cornerback should have been the first thing they do. That's where they need help the most. Any more coaches talk before you have a couple quick things before we get out of here?
No, man, I just think that there's those everyone except for the Ravens' job being open makes sense to me. The rest of them, for why they're not there. Although the Browns, I don't think Stefanski was the problem.
I don't think he's a solution.
I also just don't think he ever had Deshaun
He has
Watson
ties
was a
to
shit
Tom,
trade.
though.
Huh?
Does Stefanski have ties to Tom Brady?
And Stefanski came from Minnesota. He was part of that Kirk Cousins team that was
he's
really
right.
good before they.
I wasn't sure if he was on a New England staff at one point.
I don't think so. I don't know. I know he was the offensive coordinator for Zimmer, and that's where he got
He's
the
gonna
job.
right, which means he will probably fall back to an OC somewhere next year and work his way back.
You don't
to
think
No
he
way.
gets a head?
He's a
no,
head-
he's
he's a
gonna
head
get a head
coach.
coach with the openings up there.
He's
there.
a head coach.
Okay.
He's either the head coach
Again,
of the
you just
Giants
look
or the
at the
He's
Ravens.
a
bottom.
two-time. He's
If
a
he
two-time
wants-
coach
if
of
he
the year.
wants
I'm
to.
defending him. I
If
think
he
that he
wants
should
to
have
be a
been.
head
I
coach.
don't know
I don't
because
want
the mark on him would be like if it was his choice to draft Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. If that wasn't a GM move and that was his call, that's a shit call right there, dude.
Yeah.
Because it was rumored that it was his call in the 3rd round to take Gabriel, and the GM came back in and said,
100%.
"Shador's right here. We're taking this fucking
Correct.
guy." So you saw no excitement on his
his
face when they
profile
drafted him.
coming out of college, I felt like Gabriel was a backup at best.
Gabriel was a
You-
7th undrafted round,
Dude,
7th
he's
round pick to an undrafted free
High
agent.
IQ, he's not the right size for the NFL. I'm sorry, dude. You're just not.
But that's what I worry about with Stefanski. Is his offense just dink and dunk? Like, look at who he's had at quarterback.
The last time he
Baker
was
was kinda
successful,
dinking
right,
dunking.
well,
Deshaun was
well,
dinking
they
and
just had
dunking.
Nick Chubb, who was
Right.
absolutely a
But
monster
then
on the ground.
with Deshaun dinking and dunking, like he wants Gabriel.
Deshaun,
He wants
God
Gabe.
damn it,
He wants
Deshaun.
he wants Gabriel over Shador. What does
Worst.
Shador do?
Push the
in
ball
trade?
downfield
So-
when he's on. That's what he
Contract.
does.
So why do
In
I?
the
So I were. I don't know what if I like. I don't know if I like Stefanski, and I don't like the fact that he gave a play calling twice.
This year, just this year.
Well, last year he did it too. So if you've given it back to back years, I don't like it.
Okay.
It just rubs me the
There
wrong
it
way.
is. All right, so we got more NFL coming up in second seg, but what else we closing this? this
Trae Young
first
gets
one with?
traded to the Wizards.
for a whole bag of chips and a bunch of dudes you never heard of.
Yeah, it's. Good. I
It's
mean,
the
whatever.
NBA.
Did
Did
they
you
get
the
any picks
Wizards
No.
from that?
No,
it
it
was
was
just
all
those
dudes.
2 guys.
No, it was 4.
Can you
It was
believe?
4
It
guys.
was 4 dudes.
I only saw 2 names
Can
in
you-
the
Yeah.
trade headline.
Can
Yeah.
you believe that Luka and Trae Young each got traded and only one first round pick went?
Yeah, no, they traded. They swapped. That was a player swap where
Yeah.
technically Dallas drafted Trae Young and Atlanta drafted Luka, and
Yeah.
they traded in that draft.
But I'm talking in general, like they only like.
Oh,
those
that's
two-
true. Because Luka, when he moved, it was one
Only
and
first round?
AD,
Yeah.
one and a couple of
Correct.
other loosey gooseys. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Grizzlies.
Because Bane got 4 first round picks, dude.
Grizzlies.
Some of those trades are
Dude,
just so fucking nuts.
Mikal Bridges,
Got a
he
ton.
got 3 or 4.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Grizzlies have announced that they're listening to talks about Ja Morant. Now, think about this, everybody.
Think about it.
We just had this talk
If he was
month ago-
tradable or not.
a month ago about Trae Young,
Uh-huh.
Ja Morant, and LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
Like those 3 being untradeable, or if you trade them, what do you get? They didn't even get a first round pick for Trae Young, dude. That's insane.
They got a bunch of dudes.
He
They
averages
just moved his contract.
He averages 25 and 9. Those stats are like up there in the top.
They are no. Yeah.
It's. I know he doesn't play defense, but dude, if you could put defense around him, how are you
He's the
telling
only
me?
thing that's putting button seats in Atlanta, dude.
Correct.
They're going to experience a very big dip in confidence for fandom.
And then real quick before you get out for the second segment, Alex Bregman, 5 years,
Oh.
175 for the Cubbies. So you still
Saw
have
that.
Bellinger and a couple other dudes out there, but Bregman gets signed. Tucker's the other one. Kyle Tucker is also out there still.
I am excited for the upcoming baseball season.
Me too.
I got some juice.
We signed Soderstrom.
You got some
to
juice.
A big contract. Yeah.
The whatever A's.
Did you see that?
They're Sacramento for how many more years?
We play our first game in 2028. But did you see that we tried to
in Vegas?
Yeah, we tried to file Las Vegas Athletics and we couldn't trademark it.
Really?
Because
who has it?
Nobody, but they said that athletics is too broad of a thing, so you couldn't do it because it could be talking about anything in Las Vegas. So I don't know if the A's are now going to have to switch names now.
That's a big no. They'll find a way. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it was
not you, but I just mean like the Vegas committee, the Nevada committee, what the trademark commission, whoever it comes down to. That's fucking stupid.
So there's news there.
Shoot.
All right, we'll be back with NFL games, our Balls and Brews awards, and a pod bet finale, also with a little fandom.
Pod bet finale.
Hey. Welcome back to Balls and Brews. Cheers, boys.
Welcome back, everybody. Still finishing up that blonde. Yeah. We have Gummy Bear Sour coming up.
So let's start with the games yesterday. 2 really good games on a Saturday for NFL, both coming down to the minute. Rams at Panthers end up sneaking away with a 34-31 win. Oof. Panthers gave them everything, man. And
absolutely. They had the lead with under 3 minutes left.
Off pod, we were talking that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost Liam Cohen and Dave Canales, and both of them are in the playoffs, and both of them have turned around what everybody said were shitty teams. What Liam Cohen was the first team to take a team that's 4 wins to 11 wins or 14 or whatever it was, and then Dave Canales at the time when he took the Panther job, that was easily the worst roster, and he is in the playoffs. I know they're only 8-9, but you're in the playoffs, and you just gave the Rams
some money,
everything they could handle.
Exactly,
barely came away with that win. Stafford got a little banged up, so he had a slump in that game, but he was good at the start and good at the end.
Yeah, I mean, he's an MVP candidate. He played like it. He played like that all year. He balled out all year.
So did Puka Nacua.
Yes, Puka Nacua is a bad motherfucking man.
He had 10 catches, 111 yards, and a tutty.
Okay, so, I mean, not crazy when it comes to yardage as it were overall. Not in relation to what he has done.
I mean, the next
targets.
Devontae Adams he was next on the team in receptions with 5, so half what Nacua got.
Well, 18 targets is what, so
18
he was
targets
peppered with targets for sure. Stafford's not a stupid quarterback. He's going to find the dude.
He was going after whoever.
If it works,
because I'm wondering if
the best option.
Or I'm wondering if J.C. Horn was matched up on Devontae.
Maybe Mike Jackson on Puka.
Yeah, so they were attacking the lesser of the corners. Probably is what I think. I mean, Puka played a shell out, and then he made the play at the end to knock the ball away before they scored the Parkinson touchdown.
It was a big time play.
But you got to give the flowers the Panthers. Bryce Young, 264. He did have a pick. He only was 21 for 40, so completion percentage not up there. They didn't run the ball very good. But the Rico, you're looking at the stats. Rico only had 5 carries. I mean,
he faded down the stretch.
Chuba only had 13, but I mean, I guess you're
18 total ground.
Yeah, Trevor Etienne had 1 for 4. The younger brother. And Bryce had 3 runs for 24 yards.
Okay,
touchdown scrambling.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown scrambling. Right. So, but not a lot of 22 rushes for 83 yards.
Some of those short fields, though, that blocked punts.
Dude, we said it all fucking year. Good call, Trev. We have said that all fucking year about this Rams team, man. They're going to lose one of these playoff games because of a fucking mistake on the special teams.
Hopefully it's the next one.
Let's go. Was it for sure?
Could be in Seattle. And it all depends on his game.
Yep.
That is entirely what it
let's go over that real quick, though.
Well, hold on. Let's finish on the Let's finish. Jalen Coker comes on at the end, second-year receiver. 9 receptions, 134 yards, and 1 tutty. Your boy Tet was 5 for 81.
Nice. Not bad.
Not bad. But, dude, that Jalen Coker all of a sudden has become like a really good number 2. Xavier Legette only had 1 catch for 8 yards. He had 4 targets.
All but disappeared, though.
I know, and I thought he's such a big like target.
But he's not. Though.
I know.
He must not get open or something.
Good for Jalen Coker. Okay, go for it,
Sure.
Timon.
Well, I was just gonna go into what happens with.
Let's do Packers Bears, then we can go with what happens with you.
Okay.
Packers Bears. Packers up 21-3 at halftime. End up
Dude,
giving it
just
up
dominated that
27-31.
first half, and then just between
Took a nap.
Chicago playing better and them just shit in the bed.
Missed 2 field goals and 1 extra point.
That was huge.
So that's
Man,
that's 7 points, and the
yeah.
first field goal is 27 yards. The one at halftime that the Packers got all the way back down the field, they missed that field goal. They make that field goal, that might end the game.
That's 24-3.
Well, it changes how you play going
Correct.
down the stretch.
Maybe the Bears don't take those field goals at their time and go
Sure.
for touchdowns and don't
Right,
get it,
Right.
and then you miss what is it, like 48-yarder? Then he misses an extra point. Dude. The extra point was huge
That
because
would have changed things too.
then you
All
can't
you need is a field goal.
you can't go for 2.
Yeah.
Well, if you would have went for 2, you'd have been down by 4. You wouldn't have been down by 3, which then puts you in the spot of going for a field goal and not a touchdown, like you said, dude.
they could have kicked a field goal in the range that they were in.
Special teams. Oh yeah, totally. Special teams, man. Didn't absolutely lose the Packers game, but definitely had a massive hand in it, and almost lost the Rams game. That's how important this is. Like, if you can't play all 3 sides of the ball and you can only play 2 or 1.5, special teams will end up in the playoffs, dude. You have to be able to do all 3 sides.
And I mean, you look at the numbers. Love had a good game, and
Dude, he played well.
there was some bad drops. There were some questionable coaching choices. Like, that's why we were talking about LaFleur could be on the available list of hot coaches.
I was really surprised that they had that hard of a time running the football. With as well as they were throwing the ball, they could not do anything on the ground.
They also didn't give Jacobs that
2.9
many.
carry.
They didn't give him that many carries.
19.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's a
Dude,
good
that's
amount.
a grip.
It's a good amount.
Under 3 yards a carry on 19 carries.
So
Nobody else.
57? Do you have like 57 yards?
55.
55.
I mean, there's bigger averages below him. Like, Brooks had 1 for 16.
Yeah.
Reed had 1 for 14. Love had 1 for 11.
Dude, Reed had a massive drop in that game.
Yeah, he did.
But otherwise, it was
Yeah, he did.
no go.
Dude, they had a lot of massive drops. But that's what we've been saying. They don't have like a go-to guy on when Kraft goes out. It seemed like Dobbs was his hottest receiver.
Yeah, Dobbs has been the most reliable.
But he's hurt all the time. Watson, when he's healthy, he's explosive, but sometimes he
He's not
disappears.
consistent. Right?
Golden had 1 good touchdown.
He had
his first.
He had the great catch on the sideline too. Like, so I don't know, man. It's just so weird. And I think if we go back and look at a lot of Packer games, I think that Matt LaFleur has a really hard time coming out in the third quarter. I think if we were able to go back and really research this, like if we had like a stats department for Balls and
We are the
Brews,
stats department.
I think that it would show that the Packers have a lot of hard time in the third quarter, and that's all coaching, dude. I praised Matt LaFleur before, but this last the end of the year has really made me go,
Sure.
because I think Jordan Love is elite.
Sure.
I think Jordan Love could be in that 10. And I don't know if it's Jordan holding Matt back or Matt holding Jordan back. There were throws yesterday that, like we say with Trevor, Jordan makes throws that
He
aren't-
does, and then dude, these men, I was going to call them kids, but these young men, it's astounding sometimes to watch the inconsistency because it's like 40-yard dime in the bucket, beautiful. 7-yard swing pass, whiffsky.
Well, I don't think he misses
fucking
those. Caleb misses those.
Wheel route, can't throw the receiver open over the linebacker. And it's like, you're like 60% of the way there.
And those stubborn Bears, though, man. I mean, nothing was going their way early.
What was Jordan's, real quick before we go Bears? What was his completion?
24 for 46.
Not good either. Just over 50% himself.
See, I wish they had drops on this, dude. They should show drops.
Yeah, they don't.
He
on
was
ESPN.
he should not have been responsible necessarily for all of those incompletions. I agree with
And
that.
Caleb, what was Caleb? Now they're going to the Bears side.
He was bad. As far
24 for 48.
So he's
as
exactly
he pulled
50%.
it out to get 50%. At one
2
point,
more
he was like,
attempts, same amount of completions, but
dude.
more pass yards, less passing touchdowns. He only had 2 picks.
Yeah,
That
Caleb.
really hurt.
That second pick, though, you can't. I know it's in the.
He just turned it
yeah.
on when he had to. Is
Yeah.
basically what it is.
Ben Johnson's a hell of a coach.
Yeah, dude. Way to scrap back, no doubt.
Ben Johnson is elite.
King of the NFC North.
Dude, that's an elite coaching job.
They're in the divisional round.
all
period.
All year, dude, he's done an elite job all year.
Them and the Rams. we'll see what happens with the other NFC West.
So let's talk about that game first, since that game has implications on the last two games we talked about. Niners at Eagles. It's a 1:00 game.
It's coming up, brother. We're on the precipice.
Trev, why don't you go last in this?
Okay.
Stats I've been seeing. Charlie, I'll go. You can go next.
Do you want me to go? I was going to say you go first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Take the lead.
Stats I've been seeing is that Kyle versus Vic. The record is favored Vic more. I don't know if that matters in this game. I know CMC is going to have like a hell of a game. You got 2 All-Pros on the Eagles. The Eagles defense is elite, so you're going to have to score against the Eagles defense. If the Eagles offense shows up, this could be a real hard game for the Niners.
I don't disagree with those takes. I think, but the thing is, Philly's so inconsistent
On
that
offense, yes.
that the Niners could fall into beating them 24-21, 24-17. The Eagles could also put up 49. It could be 49-24. It could, I don't necessarily see that happening, but they have because the Niners are also coming off of a Week 18 match where they didn't come out. You can lose and still feel better about the game. Then This was not a good one for them in that sense.
And that's what kind of makes me worry. If CMC isn't elite,
right,
and Pearsall's not back, Williams I think is on playing today. I don't know if Pearsall is, but then
doesn't sound like it.
So you're one less weapon down. So CMC has to be elite for this team.
In Philly with that defense, and I bet you that Fangio watched a lot of what we did against you guys just last week and was like, okay, we can do these things too, and probably implemented some of that. And that defensive line is damn near as good as ours. They have pretty much rotational pieces at I can see the Niners being able to win. I do think that the Eagles win this.
I don't think Purdy can make a mistake, and CMC has to be elite. No, you can't have a pick. You got to almost be perfect on drives. If you're not scoring, you got to be flipping field, stuff like that.
Right.
Go ahead, T-Mon.
Yeah, this is it. This is from the Niner fan. So this is all awesome fandom.
Kind of, yeah. Philly is a 5.5, 6-point favorite, depending on where you look.
Okay.
I take that bet any day.
Any day.
Any day.
Any day.
Any day. I hear it's a little bit windy in Philadelphia, so I just have a hard time believing Hurts is going to beat us with his arm, and that run game has been lackluster this season. Our run defense is what we're best at. I think this is going to be an ugly game. Not a lot of points scored. If the Niners are going to come out on top, it has to be CMC and Kittle. Those are who can win the game for the Niners. Philly's got great corners, 2 up on All-Pro.
2 up.
But Kittle and McCaffrey are different.
That's why Kittle's got to have fire, because he's not. Is Cooper cover him? Because Cooper technically is the safety. Does Cooper cover Kittle when you guys play, or have you guys played him with Cooper? Would DeJean be covering him?
I'm not sure how that's going to match up.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Kittle didn't play against you?
No, he did. He played. He hurt himself week 1 against us and played against us week 18.
Okay.
Final score. I'm leaning.
With that gangsta lean. Come on now.
Damn,
pull the trigger, son.
I'm in that 24-20 range. Field goals are going to happen.
Eagle,
I think it's
right?
I think Eagles.
You're putting okay.
I'm going, of course, Niners,
right?
And I'm more of the 2016 kind of game.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's in there with, because there's going to be field goals.
Yes.
So it's not going to be
it's going to be hard to kick field goals again, because it's going to be a windy game.
Depending on because it depends on what happens in that stadium. Does it go like this, or is it straight? What happens at what's theirs called?
The Lincoln Financial.
Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, the winds are going to play factor in this game.
Yeah.
As far as the offenses go, I think it slows it down. I think it's a heavy run, heavy defense. Both. We'll see what happens.
Eagles 28, Niners 17. So a little bit more of a.
I think both running backs are going to have to be elite for each team. And
yeah, agreed.
One hasn't been, and I think the quarterback play if Jalen's gonna have 2 picks, the Niners are in the game. If Brock has 2 picks,
I agree with that.
The Eagles are winning.
Whoever
But
loses the turnover
winning.
battle.
I think if Brock has 2 picks, the Eagles are up by a lot of points.
Sure, right.
I think if Jalen has 2 picks, the Niners have a shot to win.
To even just win the game.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Let's start with the game for the AFC that's playing right now. My boy JA up 10-7 on the Jags. It's been tight so far. I said off pod that whoever wins this is who I'm rooting for in the AFC. The NFC, I obviously rooting for the Rams because that's
Fuck that.
who I
Get out of here. Get out of my house.
I was cheering for the
Get out of my
Panthers, man.
house.
Let's go.
Golly.
hey, that's who I had to pick.
I think you're a full of shit.
I had them. Trev had
If
Bills.
we can agree on anything, it's the Rams losing.
But they're up right now. Wait, okay, let's go before we get into any more games. Let's go over the scenarios for who you guys play next week if you win. Go for it, Chuck.
Well, yeah. So I'm waiting
Right.
for see.
Give us a scenario,
right.
please.
So if the Niners win, then they come to Seattle, and it's Seattle Niners.
Love it.
If the Eagles win, then the Rams go to Chicago, we get the Rams, and then the Eagles go to Chicago. So
It's NFC game for you either way.
Correct. I get the Niners or the Rams. Is basically how it's going to work. Yeah, I don't like it.
So the Bears.
I don't like it at all.
So the Bears get the Rams or the Eagles.
Correct. Yes. Yep. So I get Niners Rams. They get Eagles Rams because the Rams have advanced, and then it's the so. I mean, I'd rather see the Niners again before the Rams for sure. I want one playoff game under my belt before I have to go fucking face Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua, no doubt. But whatever, we'll take on all comers as well. We're the first seed, so you come into our house regardless. Like
I love that.
Where are you at with your
as
blonde,
the
bro?
first seed, you're gonna have to have a divisional
Do you want us
game
to just pour up one?
in possibly
give me a little.
both of your matchups in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I could see nobody but the NFC West on the way to the
Yes.
Super Bowl, potentially, quite potentially. But that depends on if you win.
Yes,
because if you
of
don't,
course.
then I'll get
Then
the
you
Rams.
get
and
one.
then, right? Yeah.
The next game,
You get one regardless.
Chargers at Pats. How do you guys see this game going? I think this is the best matchup the Chargers could have hoped for.
You think so?
They don't.
I
I don't
mean-
think the Pats have a great defensive line to really like. If you're
I
going,
opened this one too. Oops. So we're drinking.
like if you're going against the Jags, like they have a better defensive line. You know what I'm saying? Think about if you went against the Texans.
Sure. No, I understand what you're
just give
saying.
me, like a scooch 'em. Perfect.
Scoochums.
What do you guys feel about this game, Jared? I think Pats get away, but I think
they do too. I think Trevion Henderson has got more than enough wheels to where Drake May doesn't necessarily have to wheel and deal it.
And I think it's great that Stevenson's healthy.
Air Bear is
That's good, Charlie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Air Bear is not in good sorts. So
Dude, your whole fucking team is just
busted the fuck up. That's the nicest way I can put it. Offensive line, defensive line.
Well, that's why no one's
secondary.
taking the Chargers seriously.
Right.
They've fought
Tooth
surprisingly
and nail
well.
to get here.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Same
think-
with the Niners, in
I
that
think it's
situation.
been a great story, but I don't know if you go into
They
the
can't
Patriots.
overcome this roster. I don't think. Not against Vrabel. You're going against a very seasoned, playoff coached. Like
The only thing is, can
But
you get after
Patriots
Drake?
haven't been there. Drake
Yeah.
hasn't been there.
Can you get after Drake? That's the one thing. Can Minter
Drake's
put Drake?
gonna deal.
Can
He's
Drake?
gonna
Can
deal.
Jesse Minter put Drake in a weird position with defensive calls?
I mean, the Patriots really haven't played anyone good this year.
I know, not a
Regular
top 10
season.
defense. They have not played
This is
an
the
overall
best
top
defense
10
they've probably
yes,
seen.
It is
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's what. But I
It is.
still,
It is.
that's why I think it's the best matchup for the Chargers out of any.
I
they
still
can face.
think
don't-
New England gets this game. Like
I think it's a 3.5 spread.
I think it's 27-21. New England is my guess.
So they'd cover.
If it's 3.5, if the line is 3.5, I think New England covers that.
I think I'm taking. I want to take the Chargers. I like Herbert. He's one of my guys that I
Love Herbert. Love Harbaugh.
I just don't know.
I
if he-
feel like
just
this
don't know if
game's
he
going to
come out.
be. It could be within that reach of that spread.
The other thing,
Come on, boys.
The other thing I don't really love about this game, cheers, boys,
Cheers.
is Christian Gonzalez is going to lock somebody down. So take that receiver off the board.
Interesting.
Not bad.
I was not expecting that, actually.
It wasn't either. I
Oh,
didn't
the
know
gummies is coming out more and more. Crash Test Gummies by
That's a cool
WeldWorks. It is. This is a pretty sweet can, too. Only drinks at 4%, you guys. It's a sour with gummy bears, vanilla, cherry, white peach, guava, lemon, and pineapple syrup. So it's a mix of some things.
I think the Chargers are one of those teams that we're going to look
These
at.
boys are out of Greenlee, Colorado. You all good. I had to find that.
Is one of these teams that we're going to look at and be like, they're good, but they have, like, next year they're still like holes. And receivers, one of them, Christian Gonzalez, is going to either take whoever off the game. Whoever they put him on, that receiver is done.
I mean, they should put him on McConkey because I think he's their best weapon.
And then you have Johnson, who knows what he's going to do, who knows what Allen's going to do. Your tight end is come on towards the end. You really don't have like weapons there. I think that I just don't see the Chargers.
It's a really layered beer. I want to give a little bit more shout to that here real quick.
It's tasty.
It's got a little bit of all of those. Gummy bear shines through in the end to me. But I get like a little orange, a little vanilla, a little guava. I get like it goes through layers of flavors for me, and I dig that. Says money.
I think it's good.
I think that the Chargers are going to move forward with Harbaugh into a better era. I think that the Patriots. They could be really building something here. Yeah. They could be really on the doorstep of especially if there's still uncertainty. But you have the guy in JA in Buffalo, but the rest of that roster is not
good. That roster is not one of the best rosters.
Miami is fledgling, and New York, the Jets are probably one of the worst organizations in the NFL right now.
If Drake stays healthy, which we hope he does because he could be elite.
Sure.
They get hit on a couple more drafts. Next thing you know, they got the kid out of Washington State this year.
They're rolling.
He's legit.
I get you.
You get a couple more drafts, you get a couple more pieces. Next thing you know, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody in that division looks like they're moving forward except for the Patriots.
The only thing that's keeping the Bills head above water is number
JA.
Yeah.
1-7.
That's the only thing.
No.
But we touched on it before, but I feel like the Chargers, the Niners, the Panthers, they're all those teams that feel like they're here because of the year that the NFL has been. Like,
Chiefs not in there, Bengals not in there, Ravens not in there.
So up and down.
Yeah.
The
NFC,
these are the scrappy teams on the
Seahawks were not supposed to be the 1 seed. The Seahawks were not supposed to be the 1 seed this year. Like, if you listen to everybody before the season opened, like...
Not even you. Wait.
I took him second.
I did.
See,
I not even the fan had him as the one.
I didn't.
Well, the Rams
in the division.
Yeah, correct.
Imagine if the Rams had a good special teams. They'd have lost 2 games, 1 game.
Fuck, man. Whatever.
That's crazy. If you can blame like that many losses on one side of the ball,
you shouldn't, because there's other things. There's other things go in, but I know what you mean.
It's crazy. So last game, Monday night game, Texans at Steelers. I think this game is not a good game. I'm going to go use the bathroom.
Texans
you guys keep going.
Yeah, you thinking Texans big?
I think Texans.
It seems like a mismatch.
It does. It's because they have manimals on that defensive line against literally nobody. And Aaron Rodgers is more of a statue at this point of his career, so it does not favor the Steelers. It doesn't. I think, and if CJ Stroud, they're on a 9-game win streak, bro. They're on a heater right now. Like, although they're going to a really cold fucking stadium. Now, the thing about it, going to Pittsburgh is not an easy place to win. It's just not. It doesn't matter. The Steelers could be under 500, whatever. Like, that's a hard stadium to go get a dub in, especially in the playoffs.
Steelers aren't under 500.
No, I know. Not never.
At least they're always good
on the Tomlin era. Yeah, exactly.
For the playoffs.
I do think
much more.
I do think Houston gets it. I do.
Yeah, no, it's hard to disagree with that. I was actually thinking about maybe making a parlay with Houston and the Niners, and I don't know what the other one would be. You can't obviously bet the Jags Bills at this point, so I'd have to go somewhere on that Patriots-Chargers game.
You know how we talk about that the Bills have like a ton of holes. The Chargers are beat up. They have no receivers. They don't really even have any on their roster, even if they're healthy.
McConkey's solid.
That's it. 1.
Yeah, and he's not even a true number 1.
Massive shade the whole wide receiver.
It was a lot of
team.
shade.
That was it. Your whole group is dog shit.
But if you look at the Texans, they need one position and help at another one.
They need some offensive line
and help at running back. They could use probably another receiver.
They could use,
but dude, that team is like
on the
press.
young receivers though too.
Correct.
Like and they've been
And those
up
boys
these
out of
last couple
Iowa State
games.
have been playing.
Yes,
well,
yeah, they
Hutchinson
played good.
had came on.
Like
No,
I
yeah.
feel good about that room.
I don't think the
I-
receiver room's a problem.
better than LA.
Oh,
and
and Buffalo.
Oh, for sure.
You literally need offensive linemen and another piece of, like, if you could take like one of these running backs in the second round maybe to get like a better back, you could, because Mixon offensive line first and then running back, and that's all you need. That team should, if they have 6 picks, 5 of them should be offensive line and they take 1 running back. That's how bad that offensive line, because CJ's ain't running. He's standing in the pocket throwing balls
He's a
downfield.
statue.
You
for
need
sure.
to get the offensive line correct.
I agree.
So
And I think they roll the Steelers. And the Steelers, I think the only reason they're here is because the
NFC or
dude
AFC
number
North.
4 on the list.
Oh, that guy.
A-Ryan.
He's the only reason that the Steelers are in this position.
Dude.
He played out this year for
so
being his age. With
good
Brady.
for him. I hate to say it to a shit lister, but
If the Steelers get rolled like you think they're gonna, is there any way they get rid of Tomlin?
I still think that could be on the table.
damn.
This year for coaches could be super
Volatile.
crazy.
I think
dude.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I think if Tomlin goes, Aaron's definitely not coming back. Aaron will retire.
All right. So with none of the AFC games being played, we can't give you updated scenarios at all. Anything can still happen. No AFC game is completed yet.
Oh, how are we
by the
on
point
that?
of this recording.
13-7,
How much
Buffalo
time?
Jags.
Third.
Still 8-12 in the third. So
Yeah,
still a lot of time.
yeah. So way too early to predict.
So let's get into the good old Pod Awards.
The
Go
Balls
Boys.
and Brews
Hey.
NFL Yearly Pod
Winners.
Awards. Bye bye bye
We
bye
want
bye bye
winners.
bye bye.
I'm gonna write
Just
the
big
winners
boys.
down. I wish we would. I'll try to do
big
better
boys.
at keeping those so we know for future, because I don't remember who we did last year. So let's start off with comeback player of the year, right? Or should we do comeback player of the year first?
It's what you're calling.
Whatever
Let's
you
go, yeah.
bring up.
Comeback player
roll
of
it
the
out.
year.
Who we going for?
Sticking with my boys. I said it at the beginning of the season. Still believe it.
He almost went 1,000, dude.
I'm in. That's who I was.
CMC
I was
is
in
for
nominate
sure.
CMC.
Yeah, it's that one's.
The next person I thought about, I put Aiden Hutchinson down, and he had a pretty good year, but
Not
nothing
bad.
close to CMC.
No, correct.
Coach of the year. Who we voting for coach of the year on Balls and Brews picks?
This is where we'll probably differ. I'm sticking with my guy. I think it's like we're one of those teams that I mentioned that I don't believe should probably be here, but we're here.
Dude, there were so many different guys that I could have
I
wrote
know.
down here with Conan, with fucking my own boy and McDonald. I think clear above and away because of the position that they're even still in to make a run at the Super Bowl, even at the fact that they almost had the 1 seed last week. It's Shanahan.
Oh,
It is.
Let's go.
That's an insane coaching job. No other dude would have been able to keep that ship together. Maybe McVay, maybe kind of thing, but like that, I hate to
But
admit it.
yeah.
I hate it. He did the most with the least.
Everybody
was going down.
I was going Jim Harbaugh of the Chargers is who I was going to vote for, but Kyle Williams.
I mean,
out
that's
2
another
3.
good one to put. There, it's
because
a similar
it's
situation.
1,000%. You just didn't lose Herbert for
I mean,
you played without Purdy for 8 games, dude.
Yeah, we
8
were out
games.
Kittle for it was
6 or
6.
7, yeah.
I mean, never got Ayuk back. Lost Mikael Williams. Lost
Yeah.
Bosa. Lost
Yeah,
Warner.
Yeah, your defense.
It was not. Those are the long-term injuries. Other guys have been in and out as well.
I know. It's why I couldn't refute. I have to put the proper take out there. I like
Give it to Kyle, man. He hasn't got it yet. He deserves it.
He does deserve it this year wholeheartedly.
Let's go with
What about
Def-
the year he got Jimmy Garoppolo to the Super Bowl?
defensive rookie of the year.
Defensive rookie. Ooh.
I'm
This
going to go
one-
with my guy that I picked,
He's probably gonna get it.
Carson
too.
Schwarzenberg. I think he
Yeah.
just had a
Schlesinger, yeah.
Schlesinger. I think he had an amazing game, or amazing year.
He
with the,
averages like 12 tackles a
Yeah.
game, dude.
He was money. I'm having a hard time of thinking somebody above him. You got anybody throwing the ring?
Absolutely do. Nick Eamon Waring.
Of course. He
Yes.
did have a great season.
He came on. He was hurt a little
He
bit
came
at the
on.
start of the season. Blocked punts, interceptions, sacks, pass breakups, tackle for losses. He does everything. He is an X factor on that defense. He's one of the reasons why we've been so successful from top to bottom, because we can put him fucking anywhere. Like, I do think that Schlesinger gets it because of the consistency and the 140 tackles or some crazy shit that he had as a rookie. He set the rookie record. I do think I'm not angry at the pod pick for that, but Eminwari is my defensive rookie of the year for sure.
I mean, I already kind of said
Carson. Okay.
Carson. It is close though. Like
I would admit that
he came on strong.
I would admit that Nick would probably be 2
Yeah.
if I was looking. Yeah, full on.
I mean, I was thinking about throwing him out there just.
I think Nick does more collectively. Schlesinger, as a middle linebacker, green dot off ball linebacker, is very fucking good at what he does, clearly, right out of the gates. Eminwari brings more to the table, the ability to cover wide receivers, tight ends, running backs. He can read screens with his eyes closed. He can blitz the passer. He can play in coverage. He's got all of it going on. And he's fast as all get out at like 6'3", 225, dude. He's fucking Cam Chancellor 2.0 out there, but better in coverage. Love you, Bam Bam, but he couldn't play coverage to save his fucking life, dude. He'd get the ball out of your hands by hitting you with the most force you've ever been put on, but like...
Offensive Rookie of the Year. So I think there's only 3 candidates. You got 2 quarterbacks.
I went with my boy
and
because I went with my boy, with Tet, because he was my opening season because I drafted him in fantasy.
I'm going to say Jackson. I think the season he had, like, the energy that he put out.
Jackson Dart?
Yeah, and the only reason because he started more games than Stroud. Stroud played really well at the end, but Jackson...
Tyler Shuck?
Tyler Shuck, yeah. Not Stroud. Shuck. I think Jackson was just so electric all year. He just had nothing. Shitty coaching, shitty...
But didn't he only play like 8 games? 10 games?
Maybe a little more than that. 12?
I don't even think that because he was a healthy sit for the first 3 weeks when Russ got it, and then he didn't even start. Jameis started 2 or 3 more. I think Dart only played like 10 games at most. 8 to 10 games.
Trev?
I was trying to see if
I don't disagree with the take as far as like he was electric when he was out there, and I think he's got a lot of fucking gusto to give to the Giants moving forward, but I just think you're looking for a little bit more consistency.
I think I lean more at Tyler Shuck in this instance.
The end of his season was impressive.
He won the job.
I would go
I
with
agree.
Shuck.
I was going to say enough to like secure
for me, it was Shuck and Dart and then Tet. Because Tet started off hot. Tet's end of the year was kind of down, where Shuck finished the year probably
crazy hot.
I mean, how much you put on Bryce, though? Some of those games, he just disappeared. And that's because of the quarterback.
Right.
That's
why it's hard for receivers to win stuff.
Well, right, and dude, he set the rookie record in. He was a 1,014 yard season, so I think that, and he had 7 tuds. It wasn't like he's got the number. Those are good receiver numbers for a rookie, for sure. That's not your true number one like Puka, JSN, the All Pro guys, but for a rookie, those are numbers.
So dude, we go 3 different ways there.
I'll go with Shuck.
If
you're that hard on Shuck, I'd go with Shuck.
I slightly like him better than Dart. I wasn't expecting it, I guess, as much.
My eye test leans more Shuck than it does Dart, and I like that he doesn't get hit in the head all the fucking time.
I spelled that right.
It's like SHOUGH. Yeah. So then there you go. That's how I spell it.
Defensive player of the year, it's just Myles Garrett, right?
Yeah, hands down.
Dude, yeah, that's
to
a
do that
sweep
on a team that had that bad of an offense.
Yeah.
This is impressive.
Way to take the money, not the wins, buddy.
Yeah, that's what he did.
He comes out bitching about shit. I'm sorry, Miles. I can't back you for that. You're going to have to. You're the all-time sack leader, so congratulations on your individual award.
Yeah.
But
that's all you get.
That's all you get.
I hope you're happy with it.
Yeah, because your team ain't getting to the postseason anytime soon.
They are literally like...
They're down there. So far. They're down there.
But their defense is right there that if you could figure something on offense, what could that team be? Offensive player of the year, I think it's only between 2 people.
And I gave it to my boy.
I'll go with you because it's your boy, even though I could be Puka. I don't know which
I would have went Puka, but
I'm going JSN.
I'll give you JSN.
Give it to him. Their numbers are almost exact. So strongly considered Puka for sure. big body.
Both of them
does it
just
all.
were incredible.
Well, that's the only
year.
two. I think even though CMC had an amazing year, what Puka and JSN did catch touchdowns yard wise,
They were the offense.
they were like, dude, they.
Fif-
Some of Puka, where did Puka
15,
went like
15.1 was JSN's average.
Puka
All
went
those guys you brought
200,
up were the
180, yeah.
offense.
Oh, in a 3-week span, he had like almost 600 yards. Yeah, to end the season, and then had a crazy game in their playoff win.
Yeah.
So no, Puka is the dude. He is the truth. But JSN, the way that
What a year.
the difference is, he didn't have Devontae Adams on side of him. Tell me who my wide receiver number 2 is. We fucking peppered JSN as much as we could.
And I mean, if
Our number 2 was supposed to be Cup, or I don't even think it was Cooper. He
no
was
way.
like 3 or 4.
Then
like,
Horton kind of came on and
and
fell
he hurt
off.
himself.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
Who
I'm saying.
was your number 2 in touches receiving?
It was Cup. It was Cooper.
Cup?
Yep.
It was Cup and
It was.
touches.
Yeah.
Didn't
But
seem like it.
Barner was our
Came on at the
overall
I
better,
wasn't sure
better
if he
target,
was-
but he was a tight end, obviously.
right there.
Yeah, and I mean, Rashid Shaheed is a specialist. He didn't even
He's going forward. He's your 2.
not as a
receiving.
receiver, not
No?
necessarily. No, dude, he's out there for a lot of formations, but he doesn't get a lot of looks. Not in the receiving department.
Well, I think part of that's just coming over
Sure.
in the season, though. I
He's
think
just-
going into
God,
next season,
so good.
he's going to
Seeing
be
him
your
in the
number
open
2.
Field, seen it. Well, we haven't re-signed him. He's only on the
He's
one-year
only on the
deal.
one-year
Yeah,
deal.
we'll see. We'll see.
Let him go.
Last but not least,
The big one, the granddaddy of them all.
MVP, and I think it's between 2. I think
Yeah.
Josh needed a better game against the Eagles to finish out if he was going to get back in that race. So
Yeah, he came up a little short, 3rd place for
number
him.
9.
yeah,
Number 9 in LA.
It's
That's who I'm go-
Stafford.
that's who I'm going
and
with.
it's
I don't
Drake,
like how
and
much
because of the competition.
he's so
I go
good.
Stafford.
Stafford's so fucking good.
Stafford's numbers this year
Stanford's
were-
so fucking good, dude.
And
Like,
he-
I
It's
hate it.
reliable, dude.
He's
Yes.
his year this year was insane.
He knew
Especially
the
after all
tools he
the
had.
concerns early.
His back, not
Yeah.
He knew the tools he had, and he used them properly. Puka everywhere, and Devontae in the red zone. Turned Colby Parkinson into a TE1.
They had three tight ends at one point.
Uses a great
That was their
running back tandem.
strongest personnel.
because they had the Oregon tight end they drafted. They had
Ferguson, he has no problem throwing a check down, which is something that a quarterback has to live and die by because not everything's going to be there. But his down the field throws, even in year 17 or some shit, are still delicious. Like the dude he's a great player. And not that Drake May didn't do, he did a lot with a little.
so
as
impressive.
far, for
with
sure.
that receiving core.
Well, I
with
think when you start looking at their receiving core, you look at it like, wow, you guys actually team built.
Yeah.
You got Diggs, but then you got my guy,
Booty.
the tall kid, from that was with the Raiders, and then he was at the Falcons. He was with the Bills last year.
Palmer?
No,
not
Palmer.
God, I know who
I
you're
can't
thinking
think-
of, but I'm blanking on his name as
He
well.
had a good year at the Raiders. He had okay year at the Bills. I couldn't believe the Bills let him go. He's the tall runner. And then
Tall
you got
runner.
Kyle Williams, the receiver
God, I
from
almost
Washington
had
State. I think they're like right.
Either way.
good team
like,
building on them.
that-
And they need offensive line.
They do.
They got their left tackle, but they need other guys. Running back wise, you found Travion, you got Stevenson. So I think that team's they did a great job team building for what they did free agency wise.
So, Drake May has the ability.
It's Hollins though. I don't see him on the list right.
Oh, because he hurt. He's on IR. It's
That's
Hollins.
why.
It's
I,
Mac
I
Hollins.
knew it came to
He got
me.
he got hurt. He got hurt at the end of the year, but he was a huge piece for them downfield and everything. And he's
he
a
was
blocker.
he was playing very well because he played with the Bills. You're right, and he played pretty well with them. And
Yeah.
that's those
There
are the
we are.
awards.
We'll
Yeah.
see what happens. These are what we give out.
I think most of them are going to be pretty close, to be fair. I don't think we took anything. We did no real homers except for maybe the Kyle Shanahan take on Coach of the Year, just because there's so many candidates.
This
dude.
is one of the biggest years for that. I think.
There's so many guys.
I
Ben
mean,
Johnson,
Ben Johnson.
exactly getting the 2 seed. Leaning Cone getting the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
Like you got once again Mike McDaniel coming and getting the 1st seed.
Vrabel.
McDonald. I'm
Again
sorry.
in the
Yeah.
similar
Yeah.
Vrabel getting the 2 seed.
Yeah,
Vrabel.
there's so many
Changing
guys
how that
you could
culture
go. Yeah,
is.
yeah, going from 4-12 under Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
Good coaching.
Great
Before we
coaching.
get to fandom, real quick, we got to call out the pod bet on the NFL season and standings. Zach ends up getting the win.
Oh,
Chuck
That's okay.
is in the last place.
The
and
last
Chuck-
place, the hat,
Trev is in
the hat place.
Trevor is in second on that. Yeah. So we finished up. So we'll look at the MVP. Nobody's going to win in our awards one. Chuck might have 2. I might only have 1. Trev might have 1. Depending on what happens with Kyle, it could be 2.
Yeah, I could have.
I get defense. I'm probably getting defensive player,
2.
and then I don't know who. I don't think anybody, because Aiden's not getting the comeback player. So,
No.
and I think all mine stuff's out. So I might lose that hat bet, but we'll see at the end of the season where the awards go.
Yeah, we'll revisit that.
Yeah. So we got Indiana wins Monday. We'll figure out that hat bet.
Boy.
If Indiana wins Monday, I win the hat bet.
Right, but I'm second.
And then
I'm second.
and then if
Trevor's
Miami-
already lost.
And then if Miami wins,
then
Chuck
I win
wins.
the hat bet and I call the hat.
Yeah.
Right. Either way, I'm not wearing. Either way, we're not wearing. Trevor's wearing.
Trevor's
but
wearing.
It's who
I'm
gets to
wearing-
pick the hat. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll figure out. So next pod will be before the national title, actually.
It sure will be one day before.
So I'll bring a hat for Charlie next week. But let's jump into some fandom. You guys go for first.
Well, shit, man. I sit here on a bye week, man. My fandom is football. It has to be, just because these playoff games have been excellent. It's been really fun ball so far. I'm very excited to watch the rest of the day today to see who I get, right? See whether it's the Rams or the Niners. NFC West going down in the divisional round up in Seattle, period. One way or the other. So my heart wanted to give the coach of the year. I would have gone Seahawks all the way down this entire fucking list had I could have, but that's not what's going to actually. I could have, yeah. That's not what actually is going to happen. But my boys are here. We're here. I'm not going to take up too much time with the fandom because I'm just going to gush. But I hope that the Niners win. I want to see the Niners before I see the Rams.
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
Let's do it.
I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'd rather see the Niners. I would.
Give it to me. Give it to me. I just want that opportunity.
I don't want to see Stafford and Nakua just yet. I just don't.
Or that defense.
I mean, you might have to see him anyways. We'll see.
Yeah,
how it
no,
goes.
that could happen in the NFC Championship as well, depending. It all depends. Big games. But let's go Hawks. We take on all challengers.
I mean, I'm really happy for our teams. I mean, we're in it here in the playoffs.
Our team, Zach.
I'm sorry, Zach. You got some building to do, but we're in it. Being in the playoffs is exciting.
It is. It's the first time since 2020 for me.
For Johnny getting to the national
Big
championship.
time.
For Josh getting that win against Green Bay.
Big time.
What it's such a good feeling this time of year.
Well, and
to
to
still
be fair,
alive.
the thing is to still be alive, yes, but your Mendoza is more than
That's
99%
too.
already going to come true. Like,
I will burn that fucking thing down behind
burn
me.
it down. Burn it all down. Burn it down. Burn it all down. Burn it all down.
I will renounce my fandom.
Renounce the faith.
There's no
sir.
way. There's no fucking way. Put it all on wax. If there's no way.
I agree. Come
No
on.
way.
Dude. Yeah. Dude, especially with him going out and
Is
beating more in
bad.
the college semi.
As bad as the decisions that the Raiders have made in their history, like
This seems like a pretty
this is
straightforward
like-
fucking
it
decision.
seems less than a 0.00 like percent
I hope so.
chance.
You think that there's a trade package that you even listen to? What if somebody
way.
comes
You
up
shouldn't-
with like
not when you need a quarterback.
two
No
ones, two
way.
twos, two
You shouldn't.
threes, and a
No.
couple of players or some shit like that?
No,
You
Okay.
shouldn't. You should not.
I agree.
Mendoza's the guy.
The guy. So Zach, you're the one who has real fandom.
Yeah. So I went
this year week.
to the Fiesta Bowl
This is nasty, dude. Let's hear about
with
this.
the Farendors, Johnny and Joe.
Shout.
So we went down Wednesday, hang out at a bar, had a good time there. Ate some good pizza, some good fries, some good wings, and then went to Fan Fest starting about 1:30. Went to Fan Fest. Was hanging out there. It fucking pissed rain on us, like bad. Like it was
it heavy?
I was soaked. So while it's raining, we're like looking for cover. And then we were like, hey, there's umbrellas over there. Let's go over there. So we go around this thing, and there's like all of us just have our hoods up and are just like kind of tucked walking. So we walk through this like gate area and go stand underneath the umbrellas, and we're hanging out. End up finding out that that's like the VIP section of the Fan Fest.
VIPs now.
$200 a pop for the tickets to get in. So we figured out that there was a bathroom in, and we never left.
Nice.
While we were there, Dirks Bentley put on a show, and it was literally, it's the closest seats I've ever sat in my whole entire life. We were so close to Dirks. He was literally, 30 feet away.
Fire.
We paid, then we're in there for free, because then in the front where we would have been, it was backed up hella far. So we were in that area. That was so badass. Like literally saw an hour in 15 minutes Dirk Bentley concert before we even went into the stadium. Then we go in the stadium and it is fucking popping. Like the atmosphere is crazy. Everybody's
Love that.
Ole Miss good fans too. Like not like nobody's really talking shit. There's no real shit talking. Everybody's kind of giving rough, like maybe giving fun shit, but not like we saw hella at Fuck Lane Kiffin shirts. We were giving those people high fives.
Rubbing some elbows.
Yeah. So then we sit down our seats and we're like a second deck, but we're 5 rows up.
Okay.
We see anything. Anytime that there was a like that's why I didn't change my position on Carson Beck. We could see the whole field.
Everything I neted to see.
We could see the whole field. Like you would see the play develop and be like, that dude's open. Boom. That dude's open. Miss. Oh my God, they missed that guy. He's running like I'm from both sides. Ole Miss, when they were starting to roll, you'd be like, holy shit, that guy's open. That guy's open. You could see the whole field. The seats were fucking amazing. And then they ended up being one of the best college football games of all time. 5 lead changes in the last 4 minutes or something, or 7 lead changes in the last 7 minutes, something crazy. Comes down to the final play. That's always hell intense. So then we sat, and as all Ole Miss left, we sat and watched the trophy presentation. That was cool. And then once the trophy presentation was done, we go down to the main concourse, and it was insane.
Miami fans,
just doing all their chants. Everybody's doing the chants. Everybody's high fiving everybody. It's
about it's
all that. Then you got whatever song Josh was singing. Then you got the CANES, Canes. Like you had the whole fucking stadium was just rocking.
And now they get to go home.
And now they get to go home in the Natty.
Yeah.
So that's awesome for those guys to see that. And they're going back there.
Hell yeah.
What a fucking great game to catch, brother.
But dude, so you got to think. So I didn't think about this. We were walking up and Joe goes, these bowl games, these parking lots are empty because it's not like a home team.
Right.
So how many people from Arizona are going to this game? The fucking lift line to leave the game
was insane.
We didn't even one never came up. Josh ended up going to a lift. He saw pull up and park. We offered him $100 cash now, $100 cash to drop us off in 4 miles or 5 miles, wherever we were that far away. So he made $200 cash. Otherwise, it wasn't even coming.
Get out of there anytime soon.
It wasn't even coming up. Like it wasn't even registering.
Available.
Nobody.
Yeah.
We were gonna have to walk to another place or something to find a lift. So it was epic. It's 1A and B for me in the biggest games I've seen because I saw Raiders Titans go to the Super Bowl when I was 16 or 17. And then that was obviously my team at that point. Still is for until April 28th.
We'll see. Fernando.
But so it was epic, it's for those guys to see their team win. And Joe was at the last Fiesta Bowl where Miami lost
against Oklahoma, right?
No, against Ohio State.
That was Ohio State. That's right. I'm sorry.
Remember, Portis blew his knee, or McGahee blew his knee. One of them, blew, yeah. So, but yeah, it was epic. Just epic. It was like when Ole Miss would score, one whole side of the stadium would go rock. When Miami scored, one whole side of the stadium up. It was intense. 67,000 people. That Cardinal Stadium, because the Cardinal Stadium. That stadium was hella nice.
Nice.
It was a nice stadium.
Absolutely.
So that's my fandom.
Dude, fuck yeah. Well, there it is for Pod 124, y'all. Make sure you're following us on X, Instagram, Buzzsprout, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere.
eBay.
Yeah.
eBay.
Oh, absolutely. Go buy our cards. We're selling out. They're coming to zeros right now, and we're going to be making some money, moving some money. We're going to be unboxing more cards on the pod for sure. Love that. Yeah.
Heads up before we cut off, Jacksonville, 13-10, Buffalo. Jacksonville has the ball inside the red zone. Start of the fourth quarter.
Snap. Let's go watch that.
So,
all right. See you for 125, everybody.
Peace.